Andy was finna be up out of there, y'all. She was finna be up out of there. Mr. Leland was saying how he was finna go to the partners and tell. He was like, she's sleazy and all this other stuff. I said, you don't know her. This is speculation. You don't know this lady. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life with Chessica for Tyler Perry Sistas Season 7, Episode 3. Okay, so look here. I said, down goes Mr. Leland. He was just finna get Andy up out of there. I said, down goes Mr. Leland. I said, look, he was just finna tell her. She was trying to defend herself. He wouldn't let her talk. He was breathing all hard. I said, what's wrong with him? So that's who's gonna be getting wheeled out or whatever. And looked like Hayden was playing the long game, y'all. Of course, I was just starting to think he's changed, but obviously not. Okay, y'all, look. Fatima tells Andy that Gary is being investigated by the FBI, and she was still trying to speak highly of Gary and everything. She was like, what she said, a high-class scammer or whatever. And what's crazy, though, is at the end of the episode, when Gary had the dude that worked for him, I ain't call his name yet, but he said he gained access to Penelope's life insurance policy, and now Gary has access. I said he get him money. I know that nowadays they do got those policies. At first I was like, what are you trying to do to her? But nowadays I think they got those policies where you can have access to the funds before, anything happens. But I said, he's so trifling. He was taking pictures of her credit cards and everything. And she's supposed to be going through the paperwork. So I wonder if she going to see that or is that something else. But she's supposed to call Andy and let Andy know what's going on. But yeah, Fatima was telling Andy that she better get her story together because the partners all coming in. They finna get ready to look into her history. Look, Andy was trying to explain herself. We're gonna get to that part though, y'all. But Tony and Danny was talking about, her meeting with the therapist, and he was telling her how she needs to open up a little bit more. The therapist made it fast in the Carisha. I wrote down her name, y'all. Carisha, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, she came fast. Karen and Pam was prepping for the grand opening. And the building owner, she want her money. The lights had went out and everything. She said they not gonna open up until she get her funds. The funds didn't go through. It was insufficient funding and everything. And look, once it was revealed that it was because Pam over here spending money, I said she need to cut her access, but she did. Gary was blowing Hayden up, y'all. He was blowing Hayden up. I said, do you want him to be his lawyer or what? But he was blowing him up. I think he already his lawyer. But he said Hayden told him he not doing time for him and everything. Then they showed Tamara. She back. She back, y'all. Y'all, they answering all our questions. Well, except one we waiting on. Well, yeah, they answer all our questions because we was just talking about Tamara and where she at and everything. They still ain't gave, a full background. But she was like, she trying to apologize. I know you missed me and everything. I know I was hired to get information, to get dirt on you, but I fell for you and all that. And I said, I knew she was going to spin that narrative. I knew she was going to say that. But yeah, Annie was in the office worried. Fatima was trying to calm her nerves and tell her everything will be okay. Just get your story together. And she started asking her about the case, Micah's case. And she was like, she getting everything together and she going to be ready. So far, Danny isn't, she's not taking therapy seriously, but episode 5 is when she's supposed to actually dive into her past, like the trauma she faced and everything. But the lady, Krisha, wanted to know what led Danny to therapy, and she was saying her boyfriend and her friends, and she was saying that she has to be the one to want it. And I said, right, you definitely have to be. But I said, look, it's room for growth. I think Danny and Tony may be good for each other. We don't know yet. We gotta wait and see. But Risha came to Sabrina's job, wanted to talk to her about everything. And that lady, I haven't called her name yet, but don't worry, I'm gonna get it. That she worked with. That's who she's supposed to be beefing with. I think it's episode 4. Well, that would be next week's episode. They supposed to be battling or whatever. And then they say Andy's supposed to go head to head with somebody that's hating. That's hating or whatever. But yeah, he wanted to talk to her about last night, and they had this whole little discussion, but we're gonna get to that part. But it was revealed that Pam was the one spending Karen's business money. She bought all this stuff, so Karen cut her access. I said, right. I said she wouldn't have to have no more. I said she would have to hand over that card and everything, but she did say she cut her access. The girls finally made it, and Karen went off. I feel like she was justified, but at the same time, I feel like it was more so about Fatima, and even Danny that was saying it was about Fatima. It was definitely about that. They're going to have to talk about that. They're going to have to talk about it. They're going to have to set boundaries. Just like Miss Lisa said that about boundaries as well as Fatima, boundaries are going to have to be set if all these girls going to be friends too. But yeah, they came in, they was doing what they do. They get together, they talk about everything they dealing with and everything. Karen said it's her day. They supposed to be there to support her. She don't want to hear about what they got going on and all that stuff. And then she was like, I want y'all to smile and be happy like y'all was when y'all was at brunch with Fatima. And then Dan was like, that's what she mad about. That's definitely, and they all agreed. And I said, right, that was true. But at the same time, you don't go bringing that mess. I mean, that's what y'all do, that's what y'all do. But that was her day. And I just feel like she used that as her moment to express how she truly feels. But even, did y'all catch what Fatima said when Zach was like, he only went there with flowers because he wanted to ask for the paternity test. And Fatima was like, on the day of her grand opening, I said, right, she the only one got sent to this doggone show or something. She be trying to see everybody point of view. I get her that. So I was like, yeah, she definitely been kind. Remember when she first got on there and her and Zach first got together, she was apologized to Karen. She said no more. She said no more. She didn't even have no reason to apologize to this girl. Zach showed up, and my problem with Zach, we finna talk about it, and we're gonna do a whole separate video either tomorrow or sometime this weekend. He was in the car practicing how he gonna present the flowers to Karen as well as ask for the DNA test. And he was like, he gotta figure out a way to do it so he could get Fatima off his back or whatever. And I said, he really think the baby his. I said, the way they talking, the baby's not his. Look, the way, I was like, oh look, y'all, a lot, I ain't gonna say everybody, but some people been saying it's gonna be a new guy. But yeah, Zach was practicing how he gonna give Karen the flowers and what he gonna say. So Miss Lisa can't get in the car. She can't get in the car. He told us, what are you doing here? And she said, I'll ask you the same thing. What you doing here? She told him he shouldn't be there. He being a little too nice. It's gonna be confused. Everything I told y'all, she was gonna say. Cause it's true. Like, you need to start thinking. You need to start thinking more or whatever. And she said how lines need to be drawn or whatever. And I said, right, Miss Lisa, they definitely do. And I'm glad she said that. Gary over here done went bought food for Penelope or whatever. Manipulating her. He talking to her. He knowing what they do. Talking about some, this was my first time doing something like this. And I miss you and I need you right now. I'm going through this and that. Don't nobody care. You did this to yourself. Both in regards to Penelope and the FBI situation. Talking about, then you could see what he did. He did it like he was in slow motion or something. The way he dumped that food on. I seen it coming. I said, look, he finna dump that. And she couldn't see it. I said, she needs to stop being so gullible. She needs to show him who weak. Because remember on last season, he said she was weak and she proving that. I said, she need to show him. But yeah, he was trying to manipulate her. Talk about he need her right now. I'm going through a lot. I said, don't nobody care what you going through. You brought this on yourself. Then Andy over here. I said, I want to know what. Did they even show that part? Where he was like, that Andy won't answer the phone, that little ungrateful B word. I don't think I seen that part. Wasn't they supposed to show that? But he proceeds to drop the food on Penelope or whatever. And I see he's trifling self. I said, he's so trifling. He takes pictures of her cars or whatever when she leaves to go clean herself up. But yeah, the girls end up thanking Pam for helping Karen and everything. And Karen revealed that she wanted Zach to show up. She said, at least to show and congratulate me or something. And I said, yeah, she definitely waiting on Zach. Whoever said that first, y'all right. She definitely waiting on Zach. What reason would he have to show up? Now I don't understand. Now, if he wasn't seeing somebody, then yeah, I would expect him to show up. Because they was together and if you show your support for people you care about, regardless. But I feel like that whole scene shows she's still waiting on him. But then they keep showing this dude. I wrote his name now. Where it at? Let me see. The dude that keep delivering stuff or picking stuff up, Trey. Trey, he keep flirting with her and stuff. But I said, I wonder if we see him more and what's gonna happen between them. Is that her new love interest or what? But Fatima ends up calling Andy and telling her to get there now. She heard them mention her name and everything. You know what's crazy about that? I guess Fatima came back to, get something. Because I think she said she came back to get something or whatever. Because I was like, how she heard them mention her name, but she ain't even there? But Sabrina and Rich end up having a conversation. And they kind of, there was another thing I feel like they kind of talked about what I had questions about. About the whole, they might regret it. They talked about Sabrina wanting kids and him saying he basically grew up raising a lot of kids and being around a lot of kids and everything. And so they talked about if they was going to break up or not, but they both agreed that they see something there and they never know what the future is going to hold. So they want to give it a shot. And I said, they're going to regret this. I said, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Sabrina going to end up being the one that don't want kids and he going to be the one that want it. Y'all never know. Look, Zach walked in with them flowers, and Fatima was saying she had to go, and she seen them. She's like, oh, what are these? He tried to play it off, and she's like, what is these? And he was like, they were some flowers for Karen's grand opening. And the look on Fatima's face, and then Fatima changed that tune. She said those ugly flowers. And then she throw them. Then she knocked them out his hand, I think. But she was like, why would you give her flowers and everything? And he was like, it ain't what you think. I was just trying to show and go tell her this, and I want a paternity test to get it over with and everything. And he keeps saying, like, Fatima the only one want the test. He's talking about the hearing, the meeting for Michael is approaching, so they need to get their stuff in order or whatever. So then she was like, okay, but when you go talk to her, do it another day and go empty-handed or whatever. She said, what you was thinking? I said, right. And she had also told him that she agreed with Miss Lisa because he said that he didn't get to give her the stuff or talk to her because Miss Lisa said it's confusing. And Fatima agreed it's definitely confusing. I said, right. I said, what? Look, somebody else said they feel like he should have got, if he was going to give her flowers, it should have been some other flowers, not roses. And I said, right. Another thing that Fatima said that I agree with, she was like, Zach had said how Karen gonna be mad and all this stuff, and she was like, Karen always mad. And I said, that's true. I said, she do be mad. Since season 1, she's been mad. I said, wonder what all the anger about. But Fatima tells Zach him and Karen need to set boundaries, and I agree. But yeah, dude was on the computer and he was like, okay, done. He updated Penelope's life insurance policy and Gary has access to all of her accounts. And I said, okay, he draining these women. I said, wait a minute, let me find out he actually taking their money or whatever, or he just using her right now. But he was like, I was like, what he mean? I was like, what he finna do to Penelope? Oh, something else he said. He brought up Jordan, that maybe Jordan the one was responsible. But I don't know. We gotta wait and see how all that plays out. But the dude, the man that had the heart attack, then they said Mr. Leland. But yeah, he over here came yelling at. She was trying to talk to him and be like, no, it's not like that. We only was involved for a short time. We're not together. I'm not his girlfriend. He wasn't trying to hear none of that. He was yelling at her. He over here getting out of breath and stuff. He getting out of breath and stuff. I said, what's wrong with him? I said, he breathing kind of hard. Next thing you know, start holding his chest or whatever. And she said, he having a heart attack. And I said, well, that worked out in your favor. That's who's going to be getting wheeled out. Look. I said, well, there goes your problem. Your problem fixed now. Talking about he going to go in there and snitch. Talking about he know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. She trying to play it off. I haven't seen you in the office in a while. And all that stuff. Look, they been mad at her ever since she got that other dude up out of there. I ain't even seen him. Then I guess he lost his job or whatever. Didn't he lose his job? But yeah, I think Bellamy, whatever dude name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I said, look, he was just for to go talk about Andy, and he out of there now. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna drop a video on next week's trailer too. But that's it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Stay tuned for more videos. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, deuces. Have a great night and be safe.